Hello everyone, thanks a lot for providing your feedback and the sessions you'd want me to take. So I understand a lot of you want me to take sessions related to loans. So I'm happy to inform you that I will be speaking about loans over a 3-part series. Hello, my name is Rajesh Minocha and I'm the founder of Financial Radiance. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So in the first session, I will be speaking about the loan eligibility, how it is calculated and what are the factors we have to keep there in mind. In my second session, I will be speaking about how to increase the loan eligibility. And then in the third part and the final part, I will be speaking about how do we really close the loan and what are the points we need to keep in mind when we go for the loan closure. So let's get started with the first part of this series, which is related to how is the loan eligibility calculated. Now, why are banks interested in having the loan eligibility and why is it such an important parameter for them? Simply because for bank, they have to keep their interest in mind. So that's why they want to give only that amount of loan which they are confident that their customer will be able to service. So banks really then want to go ahead with that. And then the aspect what we really need to look at, how is the loan eligibility calculated? So the loan eligibility gets calculated based on a formula. So let's take an example. For example, there is an X per percentage interest rate and you are taking a loan for 20 years. And for 1 lakh rupees of EMI, as an example, say the EMI comes out to rupees 1,000. Now, what the bank would ask you would be how much is your net salary after taxes. Generally, banks will provide a loan up to 35% to 50% of the eligibility because they really want to keep good amount of money separate for your regular expenses, whether it is rentals or the other expenses. So once they have determined that, they will then also subtract your existing EMIs which have been running. So then, as an example, say they decide that 40% of your net income is what that they will be providing the loan to you. Now, assuming you have a net income of say 1 lakh rupees a month, so 40% of that is the EMI which you can pay, which is equal to 40,000 rupees. So in the example which I've mentioned, that for every 1 lakh, if the EMI is 1,000 rupees, that means the bank will provide a maximum loan up to 40 lakhs. So that becomes a very important aspect related to the calculations. And now let me move on to the next factor in terms of what are the loan eligibility key parameters which the banks look at. I would say that there are 5 important parameters which the banks look at when they decide to give you a loan. This is only an indicative number. There can be a lot more. The first important criteria which the bank would look at, as I mentioned earlier, is the net income, based on which they would determine how much is the serviceability of the loan what you can have. It will also depend on the reputation of the company where you're working with, because if the company is in the negative list or if they see your profession to be unstable, then it will be very difficult for the bank to provide a loan. The second important aspect is the aspect related to the credit report. Now, when the loan goes for processing, the bank essentially checks from a centralized bureau like a CIBIL, and that's where they find out how you have really behaved in terms of your previous loans and whether there were any loans which were either set off or they were negotiated and then closed, because that becomes a very negative parameter and then the bank may not want to give you the loan. The third important aspect is related to the loan duration. Now, if somebody is younger, the bank will be comfortable to provide a loan, say for 20 years. But if somebody is already into 50s and they know that the retirement is going to come up very soon, they may not be willing to provide a loan for that duration. It also becomes very important in terms of how much is the tenure than what you're looking at. The fourth important parameter is the debt to income ratio. As I mentioned previously, banks really want to look at your existing EMIs and how you have been servicing those. So if your existing debt is already very high, so then it can become difficult for the bank to provide a loan. So the lower the debt to income ratio, the better it is going to be. Finally, the last parameter which banks also look at, your past relationship with the bank. If you have been banking with them for a very long period and your relations have been very good and you are one of their premier customers, then banks definitely want to give you a loan, and they may provide you an attractive interest rate so that you don't start your banking relationship with any other bank, but then you take the loan also from there. So thanks very much for listening to me. I really enjoyed speaking about this. I will be returning back on the second part of the series, wherein I will speak about the different parameters in terms of the eligibility and how do you really increase the eligibility for your loan. If you would like to subscribe my channel, then please do so. The information is provided here. Thank you.